Folks, do you remember this clip? The clip heard around the world. The clip that will be following Angel Reese for the rest of her career. As long as her games don't sell out, as long as her games don't attract a good number of celebrities, as long as her games don't have any type of viewership motion, for lack of better terms, as long as all those three facts remain the same, this clip is going to follow her forever. It's been so long since I've seen this clip. I forgot how arrogant Angel Reese sounded. I forgot how full of herself Angel Reese sounded. I forgot not only how nasty she sounded, the nasty facial expressions coinciding with her answer. You can see it clear as day. It's written on her face. She's disgusted that she's not getting the credit that she deserves.
Sorry, young lady. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody would be watching the WNBA. Additionally, for you, this is all about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is bringing the money to the game, the planes to the game, the TV viewership. The WNBA is on fire because of Caitlin Clark.
So Angel Reese was asked about this exact statement, and she decided to duck it. Now, keep in mind, whoever asked this, and there's people clowning the person that asked this, it was her statement going during the basketball season from last year, and the person's asking for her current feelings on said statement, her own statement. She pulled a next question. She ducked that. She duck goose that right out of existence.
She talked about sold out arenas. What arenas are selling out that Caitlin Clark isn't playing in? I need to know. I need to know. But the Las Vegas Aces. No, the Las Vegas Aces sell out their season tickets. Tell me somebody who's selling out every damn place they go that's not named Caitlin Clark. Tell me somebody who's attracting celebrities, numerous celebrities everywhere they go, not named
We're going to find out very quickly who amongst the Chicago Sky fans are really and truly basketball fans, or are they Angel Reese, the content creator fans? Because, and you got some of those folks obviously tuning in for basketball, but is it because of Angel Reese or for the best interest of the Chicago Sky team and you want to see them win ball game?
Angel Reese's mom taking to X to tweet this after all of the hullabaloo about Caitlin Clark and the high ratings. She says, that certain fan base looking in the stands celebrating attendance while others are looking up in the rafters celebrating championship banners. We ain't the same. Different year, same haters. Have a great day. Well, all right. It is.
And said next question. So she doesn't want to take responsibility for her own words. Angel Reese voluntarily went on a quote, they're watching for me too, and I want y'all to realize that rant, because she wanted that attention. She created the drama, asking her about her comment as we enter a new season is perfectly normal and not stirring things up. Absolutely.
Angel Reese, why are we next? This guy set you up perfectly to give an answer of you being full of yourself. Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. They are only watching because of me too. They only know that other girl because of me too. They only go to her games instead of my games because of me too. They only watch all of her games instead of watching all of my games because of me too. She's the #1 jersey seller in the WNBA. Why? Because of me too. That's why. Time Magazine Sports, because of me. Everything Caitlin Clark has is because of me. Angel, you could have done that. What about viewership? Tell me everybody who's getting consistently over 1 million views on their basketball games, not named Caitlin Clark. Oh, okay. And then Angel Reese goes into, I'll be happy to play the villain role. I'll be happy to play the villain, but don't be mean to me. Don't be mean to me. But I'll be happy to play the villain role.
Of course, we have the Indiana Fever being that premier team in the WNBA. They are the team that has the most fans. Like they said, every away game turns into a home game. Like they know that they have that fan base. Here we have today, basically clapping back at all of that and proving that they know that they are the moment. They are the Showtime team. They are the biggest team currently in the WNBA. This kind of stuff is not only good for the Indiana Fever, it's good for the entire WNBA.
I think anytime you play with the GOAT of our team or the GOAT of our game, you're going to learn a lot. You have to be ready for the ball, head on a swivel at all times. And the way that she throws the ball is a lot how DT threw it. I think this is just the younger version of her. So she has a little bit more energy, a little bit more spunk. I miss DT in her prime, but it doesn't mean she wasn't great when I played with her. But honestly, at the end of the day, everybody can shoot, right? If you're cutting and you're open, you're going to get the ball. And so you just have to be ready for that. And I'm excited for that. And I think you'll see 1 through 5 is interchangeable. And so you'll see the 5 bring the ball down. So it's going to be a little different for other teams to play defense against us as well.
Did Caitlin Clark make Angel Reese point at the ring finger back at LSU? Did Caitlin Clark make Angel Reese hop up off the bench like a member of Cobra Kai when Kennedy Carter cheap-shotted Caitlin? Does Caitlin Clark make Angel Reese complain about everything? She can't afford to pay her rent. She can't do this. She can't do that. A lot of whining. But then all of the narcissistic comments at the same time, and maybe she comes by it honest.
What happens when you make a bold claim, but the numbers tell a different story? Angel Reese thought she was the reason women's basketball was soaring, standing shoulder to shoulder with Caitlin Clark as a viewership magnet. But one awkward moment at a recent press conference flipped that narrative upside down, leaving fans buzzing and Reese scrambling. Today we're diving into the clash that's got everyone talking, not just their on-court battles, but the cold, hard facts about who's really driving the WNBA's spotlight. Stick around, because the truth behind this rivalry is wilder than you think. It all went down at a Chicago Sky press conference to kick off the 2025 season. A reporter had the nerve to bring up Reese's big claim from last year, that people are tuning into women's basketball because of her too, not just one other star. The room held its breath, waiting for her to double down or drop some stats to back it up. Instead, 2 words that echoed across social media. Next question. The silence was deafening. You could feel the awkwardness through the screen as Reese dodged her own words like they were a fast break she couldn't catch. X lit up with reactions. Some called it a fumble, others a sign she knew the truth. But what was she avoiding? Let's rewind to see where this all started. Back in 2024, Reese was riding high. Fresh off LSU's 2023 NCAA championship win over Clark's Iowa, she hit the WNBA with the Chicago Sky and didn't shy away from the spotlight. She declared, "People watch women's basketball because of me too," positioning herself as Clark's equal in pulling crowds. It was a bold move, especially after their college clashes drew record-breaking eyes. $12.3 million for their 2024 Elite 8 rematch. Reese wasn't just claiming to be a great player, she was saying she was a phenomenon, a co-star in the WNBA's rise. But bold words need bold proof, and that's where things get messy. Let's talk numbers, because they don't play favorites. Reese's games should be packing arenas if she's the draw she claims to be, right? Take her 2025 preseason homecoming at LSU's Pete Maravich Assembly Center, where she won a title and built her brand. You'd expect a hero's welcome, fans filling every seat. Instead, only 6,000 showed up in an arena that holds over 13,000, not even half full. Her Chicago Sky home game against the Minnesota Lynx, a measly 4,600 fans. Another Sky game in Minnesota pulled 7,600, but let's be real, most were there for the home team. These aren't the numbers of a basketball revolution. They're what you'd expect from any WNBA game without a certain someone on the court. So who's filling those seats? Enter Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's sharpshooter who doesn't need to talk about her impact. It's written in the stats. Last season, Fever home games at Gainbridge Fieldhouse sold out every time, averaging 17,000 fans. Her 2025 preseason game at Iowa's Carver Hawkeye Arena, all 15,000 seats gone in 45 minutes, with ticket prices averaging a jaw-dropping $600 for an exhibition game. That's not just demand, it's a frenzy. And don't forget the 1.3 million viewers who tuned in to watch Clark rain threes in that Iowa game. Her jersey, second best selling in all of basketball in 2024, trailing only Steph Curry, and she's on pace to climb the WNBA's all-time sales list in her second season. Reese, not even in the top 10. The gap is glaring, but it's not just about numbers, it's about moments that keep this rivalry burning. Picture this, May 17th, 2025, the WNBA season opener, Fever versus Sky at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. With 4:38 left in the third, Reese grabs a rebound and charges for a layup. Clark, not backing down, slaps her arm, sending Reese to the floor. The refs call a flagrant one on Clark, and tempers flare. Reese, fuming, reportedly mouths, "What the hell is wrong with you?" as players from both sides step in. Aaliyah Boston and Reese get technicals, and the crowd, 17,000 strong, erupts. Social media explodes, with fans picking sides and reigniting the Clark-Reese debate. Clark later calls it a basketball play, but the moment proves their rivalry is more than stats. It's personal, and it's not the first time Reese has leaned into the drama. Reese has never shied away from playing the villain. She embraced it after LSU's 2023 win, flashing Clark's own "you can't see me" gesture right in her face. Last season, when Sky teammate Chennedy Carter shoved Clark to the ground, Reese was seen laughing with Carter, sparking accusations she was fueling the feud. She's leaned into the antagonist role, saying she's happy to be the bad guy, but only if fans don't get too mean. Her mother jumped into the fray after that LSU game's low turnout, tweeting about certain fan bases celebrating attendance while LSU has championship banners. The jab was clear, but it didn't change the math. 6,000 fans isn't a flex. Reese's camp wants to paint her as a draw, but the stands tell a different story. So how does Clark keep stealing the show without saying a word? Clark's impact is a silent takeover. She doesn't need to boast. Her game does the talking. The Fever will have 41 of 44 games nationally televised in 2025, more than the NBA's Los Angeles Lakers. Teams like the Las Vegas Aces move their games to bigger arenas just to handle the crowds Clark draws. The Fever's Now You Know campaign, complete with tour-style shirts proclaiming every game is a home game, leans hard into her star power. They've surrounded her with veterans like DeWanna Bonner, who passed Tina Thompson on the WNBA's all-time scoring list, and Natasha Howard, building a roster to win now, not later. Sophie Cunningham even compared Clark to a young Diana Taurasi, calling her game spicier, flashier. That's not just hype. It's a teammate seeing a legend in the making. But what sets Clark apart isn't just her play, it's the Fever's vision. The Indiana Fever didn't just draft Clark and hope for the best. They built an ecosystem around her. Upgraded facilities, aggressive marketing, and a roster stacked with talent like Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell show they're all in. Every move screams, "We're not waiting to be great, we're claiming it." Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky seem lost with Reese. Is she their future star? A marketing gimmick? Or just another player? They haven't made big roster moves to complement her, and their strategy feels reactive, not visionary. The difference isn't just Clark versus Reese, it's an organization that knows its star versus one that's still figuring it out. And the fans, they're picking sides loud and clear. Scroll through X, and the divide is stark. Some fans mock Reese, with one post sarcastically claiming she's the real reason for WNBA's record viewership, comparing her to a young Michael Jordan with a laughing emoji. Others praise her hustle, 12 points, 17 rebounds in that May 17th game, but admit she's not moving the needle like Clark. Analysts note Reese's double-doubles, but point out her limited marketability compared to Clark's universal appeal. The sentiment is clear, Reese is a talent, but Clark is a phenomenon. Even WNBA commercials lean heavily on Clark because networks know where the money is. Viewers tune in for her, and the league's cashing in. So where does this leave Reese as the 2025 season looms? The truth is undeniable. Caitlin Clark is reshaping women's basketball, backed by sold-out arenas, record jersey sales, and TV coverage that rivals the NBA's biggest teams. Angel Reese? She's got the talent and the swagger, but her claims of being a viewership driver don't hold up. Not yet. That next question moment wasn't just a dodge, it was a spotlight on a gap she can't ignore. As the 2025 season tips off, all eyes will be on whether Reese can turn her words into reality, or if Clark's shadow will only grow larger. One thing's for sure, this rivalry is far from over, and the numbers will keep telling the story. Who do you think is the real game changer in the WNBA? Drop Team Clark or Team Reese in the comments, and let's see where you stand. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss what's next in this epic showdown.